Phones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Coppell. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Coppell. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at coppellcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G2076684.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Why wait until Friday to start your weekend?
Go ahead, start right now.
You're thirsty now, and 93.7 The Ticket is here to help you stock up.
Just in time for the weekend when I like to hit the clubs.
Time to broaden your horizons and try some new wine and beer. It's Thirsty Thursday with Kevin Meyer from Meyer's Cork and Bottle.
Oh, there it is. I heard it. It woke me up.
That was a 9. I'd give that a 9.
Oh,
it's been too long.
Oh,
it's been a couple of weeks.
Welcome back, Kevin.
I've been missing you guys.
That woke me up.
Yeah, you guys are you've been burning the candle at both ends. It's time for a little reprieve, a little pick me up, little Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday. Tap in
just before the weekend, but before I
that brew
like
looks
to hit the clubs.
Nice.
You hitting the clubs this weekend?
No.
Why not?
Austin, I'm
if
too
I
old
can't
to hit
hang with DP, I don't want to be in the club.
I'm at golf clubs. Come on, guys.
I want to hear everything.
Come on, guys. Jeez,
yeah,
50 Cent in the club.
I could go over to Double Eagle Golf. That'd be fun. I should do that. My wife doesn't really like to play, but I bet if we went and did that, she'd enjoy it.
I don't really do clubs anymore. I do lounges.
Yeah, I'm definitely a lounge guy.
Huh?
You're classy.
I'm a lounge guy.
You know, the thing is, though, the best place to sit and have a nice meal and a good glass of wine is on my deck or in my kitchen. You know that. So I don't know. I'm just a homebody. That's all there is.
What's a good wine? Let me real quick before we get into that beautiful red that's sitting over there in that Bruce.
And we are going to do that first, so we can start passing these around.
So here's the question.
Yes, sir.
So I just moved into a new place,
Yes,
and I want to pop a bottle to just break open the new house. What's a good one?
All right.
A strict pick.
One of my absolute favorites is a wine called Trig Point. And what Trig Point is it's a surveyor's tool. So they use it to delineate spots in a land when they're mapping it out. And there's a winemaker by the name of Nick Goldschmidt, and there's 6 Goldschmidt kids, and each kid got a wine named after them from the family vineyard in Alexander Valley in Sonoma County. And when he was a kid, he had to help his dad map out the vineyards, and they're trying to figure angle of incidence to the sun, slope, what direction the row should go. And to him, it was all calculus. So his job was to move the Trig Point for his dad. Well, his dad since passed away, so he made this wine called Trig Point. It's a Cabernet from Alexander Valley in Sonoma County. They're $35. It drinks like 100. It's just like drinking Velvet. You can have it all by itself, but it's also going to go well with anything that you're having. That is my favorite go-to bang for the buck at this time.
Trig Point. I'm
Point.
coming to get that this weekend for the break open.
Be a Strix pick.
Are we throwing a bottle at your house to christen it too, like a boat?
No.
Can we please?
Listen, I don't want anybody, like, this is my most low-key location. Like, I don't want no one to know where I live, not even DP.
Hey,
too late.
I get it.
Too late. Otherwise, you don't get paid. That's how it works.
Hey,
I don't make the rules.
W-2 showed up.
I don't make the rules. You can hide if you want to. You can hide if you want to, but guess what?
Former Nebraska
Pop getting a raise.
Eric Strickland indicted on failing to pay his back taxes. Didn't leave a forwarding address.
Oh man, I don't want that smoke.
All right, let's do this. So this is called the Franc.
This is actually phenomenal.
And it is
phenomenal.
This is a Cabernet Franc.
And I guess it's French.
It don't taste like a cab to me.
This is Lodi, California.
No, stop it.
Just like Creedence Clearwater Revival,
There's no
stuck
way.
in Lodi again.
There's no way that's a cab. There's no way.
No, now you have to hear me out because it is and it isn't.
Oh, okay.
So this is Cabernet Franc, which is actually one of the parent grapes of Cabernet Sauvignon. And so in Bordeaux, historically, we're talking hundreds of years ago, the primary grape varietal of Bordeaux back then was Cabernet Franc. The primary white varietal was Sauvignon Blanc. What would happen is, just like we have here, where you get rogue corn popping up in places it wasn't planted, it just naturally hybridizes. So they had the white grape and the red grape naturally hybridized into a separate grape type. Well, Cabernet Franc was the dad, Sauvignon Blanc was the mom, and together created this new varietal. And the French began to appreciate it. Still had flavor intensity, it still had richness, but it had a silkier, smoother mouthfeel to it. And so they took the Cabernet from Cabernet Franc and the Sauvignon from Sauvignon Blanc, and that's how Cabernet Sauvignon came to fruition. So this is the parent grape of Cabernet.
I like that.
Yeah.
There was a connection.
There
was a love connection between the two.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They met up and
saucy grapes.
Yeah.
So
they met up and had the best time sipping on some wine.
That's right. That's right. Things got a little crazy and babies were made. That's just the way it goes. And so this is from an Italian wine, an Italian family, but they're in Lodi, which that part of California was very much founded by Italians, and they brought their grape varietals over from Italy and planted them. That's how we got Zinfandel, because in Italy, that's where it came from, except for in Italy, they call it Primitivo. But the family name is called Cosentino. And this is Cabernet Franc, the parent grape of Cabernet Sauvignon. Now, I will say that this one is a silkier style for Cabernet Franc. It can be a little burly. It can be a little rustic. But this one's got some smoothness to it.
Yeah, it kind of pours in a heavy flavor. It's heavier than you would.
You can tell it's got some tannin to it.
Yeah,
you know.
These are this is a grown folks wine,
no doubt.
This is not
no play
for college campus.
Yeah.
This is not for your honeymoon. This is grown folks who've had a week.
This is a good. This is a good story.
Right. This is subtle, but it's strong.
You can, after you've taken the sip, those residual flavors that are left, and that sort of, it's almost like it just sort of sticks to your tongue a little bit, a little bit smoky. But that's what tannin is. That structure, almost that bite, that I don't want to say grittiness, but it's it lets you know it's there. And what that comes from is the grape skins. So without the skins, there is no tannin, and Cabernet Franc has a lot of that. That's why the hybrid grape actually came, because by itself it can be a little bit too much.
More skin than fruit.
Yeah, exactly.
So for the listeners, just if you're imagining, just get a fully ripe red grape. You're gonna bite into it, but you're simply gonna chew on the skin and let that settle with the juice. That's what this is.
Indeed. I think that's a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
Or description. Yeah. So something different. I don't believe we've ever done a Cabernet Franc on the show before.
And a pasta. This is a pasta. I don't think steak with this. I think pasta. Give me rich, full family pasta.
I would want a white. I would want a white, like a what do they call it?
Like Alfredo?
Yeah, with some chicken.
Yeah, get me
creamy, heavy cream, rich, cheesy,
that's my
gooey.
lane. That's the lane.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're throwing down over there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm in.
All right, so we're changing lanes
entirely. The Franc.
The
turn signal on. We in the middle lane. We going right or left?
DP. I hate to say it, you're going to drink that fast because I think your cup might have maybe a small crack in it.
What you trying to say, man? I had that kind of week. DP, drink it fast, man.
You tell us.
I don't know. Listen, I'm about to tell people some stuff in the next 2 hours. So yeah. Okay.
So we're going to get weird.
Proper.
In my efforts to remain topical.
Oh, come on with it. Okay.
We're going to bring spring.
Hey, Stricky, hey.
So we're going to melt all this stuff. We're going to bring some sunshine. This brewery is called Tripping Animals.
Hey,
Stricky, please.
Hey.
And they are out of Florida, Doral, Florida. And this is what they call the Limonada Rosada, which is
pink lemonade.
Sour ale with raspberry, strawberry, and lime.
Put this on tap right now.
Yo.
Not right.
That is
right now. Put this on tap.
Oh, that's off the chain.
Invite your people.
I would drink this brew forever.
Oh, this is.
Yep, I'm gone.
Again, this is I'm done. Just from the smell, the aroma told me it's a party. And
it's a pink lemonade party is what it is.
Well, man, this is cheat code.
So it's a sour ale. Believe it or not, these are a full 6%. Does not taste like.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad
6%?
at you.
6%.
Not mad at you.
Not feeling it.
We
at all.
We
In
are
the best
willing
way.
to spring into existence. I'm a warm weather guy. I want to be outside, get rid of the snow, and so we are bringing the spring.
Man, just put the cans out in the snow. Like let it snow 4 inches. Just get your case, put it in the snow, brush off a chair.
Just don't sit out back for too long.
No, just enough to enjoy this.
Fire up the deck heater, while you're doing, just so you're warm, but you're outside and you're sipping on some limonada rosada.
You should be doing angel in the snow.
Snow
Angels, but no one took my man to task. I'm disappointed. He should have.
You got to have the hot tub. Get in the hot tub, get nice and warm, and then get out and do the snow angel after you've been in the hot tub, and then get back in.
Isn't it the other way where you get cold first? Because otherwise the water's going to freeze you if you go hot into cold.
No, I don't think so.
Go
I
cold
think
into hot?
Body temperature.
I think you got to go hot first.
Okay.
Well, and then you go cold, but then you got to get back in. So
right.
No, the UFC
hot, cold,
UFC folks do sauna then snow. Yeah, it's
opens the capillaries.
Well, Habib, this was him and GSP. They're sauna hot, then snow dunk, get under the ice and reset themselves.
It is so good for you when you have something like that refreshing to the body. Whatever you got going on right now is refreshing.
Whatever your occasion is, this fits.
Bringing the spring is my occasion. That's what I'm here for.
Keep it coming.
Yeah,
I love it.
They asked, do you have Trig Point at your store?
Yes, indeed, we do.
See, and there were 3 different people who asked, so there's a thing going
on. People
celebrate with Stricky.
Yeah, celebrate with Stricky. Congrats on the new digs. Trig Point Cabernet from Nick Goldschmidt is my top recommendation for you to just pop and enjoy by yourself in your new place and your new digs, and that will bring the home feeling home.
Yeah.
We've been mentioning this for the last couple weeks too. Sipping for the Spectrum.
Yes.
At the store.
So our bourbon raffle. So we hold back our most difficult to obtain whiskeys all year long. And what we do, because these are just onesies, twosies, and threesies that we'll see for the entire year. And we try to do some good with it. So instead of tripling the price, because we can only get so many, we try to utilize those whiskeys, bourbons in particular, to benefit someone in need. And so over the past 5 years, we collected over 40,000 pounds of food for the Food Bank of Lincoln. We collected over 30,000 pairs of socks for the city mission. And this year, it's to benefit the Family Autism Network. And so for every $2 you donate to the Family Autism Network, you get an entry for a chance to be able to buy the whiskey at a fair MSRP price, not an inflated secondary market price like so many of these other places do. And it's just something, it hits close to home for one of my absolutely longest tenured employee. And so we're just trying to do some good with it. That goes for another week. You can check it out on all the socials. There's I want to say like 24, 28 bottles, something like that. Everything from Russell's 13-year. Gosh, I'm just drawing a blank right now, but
all the good stuff.
All the good stuff. Yeah. So check it out. You can check it out at myerswine.com. You can check it out on our Facebook. You can check it out on our Twitter, Instagram, et cetera, et cetera. So sipping for the Spectrum to benefit the Family Autism Network.
Well, I did it before, so I'm just trying to see how quickly we can get it done, right? To let folks know this is not an arduous process.
Yes, and so we can take cash donations in the store, and then basically for every $2 you get an entry, which is a movie theater style ticket, and then you get to choose which whiskey you want to go for by dropping it in the box, and you can also donate directly to the Autism Family Network, and just bring in your receipt, and or you can just text us your receipt, and then we'll pick your numbers for you and put them in the box of your choice. So you don't even have to come in the store to do it.
Well, because, Kevin, his family, we know what it is, and I already have it in my phone. I will go ahead and do that this way, kind sir.
You're the best, DP.
Just to get it all in, man. Get it all done. So. There we go. We'll get you in, bro.
Much appreciated.
There we go. Let's roll. Austin, get us out of here, bro. Kevin Meyer, thank you, kind sir. We're going to the store. Everybody over to Kevin's house.
Kevin's house, 13th and South. Kevin's house.
There we go. Hey, look,
I spend more time there than I do at home anyway. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Good deal. All right, Austin, get us out of here, bro.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. 93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, fog and freezing fog expected throughout the day. We'll see a high around 36. Tonight, more fog and freezing fog with a low around 30. And tomorrow, more fog sticking around in the morning, then cloudy in the afternoon. We'll see a high around 35. meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Coppell. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Coppell. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at coppellcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G207684.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 560-6197.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We're back. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin on the ones and twos. Old School brought to you by the Mercado, certified Piedmontese and special ingredients, the butcher shop. 2 locations in Lincoln, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill. And like I said, we got some warmer temperatures coming down the pipe. So every type of meat and every type of cut. Before we get into this thing that we call sports, we want to thank Kevin Meyer Cork and Bottle coming in. Thirsty Thursdays is always a hit, and always looking forward to seeing Kevin. He's been I wouldn't say missing in action. Been handling some business for the last couple of weeks, but also for Autism Family Network, every $1 or $2 donated puts you in line to possibly get some pretty cool prizes and some unique, bottles of, in this case, some cases, liquor and stuff like that. So a lot of good stuff going on there. But before we even jump into the NFL thing, we always got to ask the partner in crime, take the pulse of the room, DP.
Sure.
Not sure if you made some guest appearances earlier on other shows, but I think, wouldn't be, I guess, doing my job or being a good partner. I want to ask you, how does it feel the day after, both physically, mentally, but then also the day after of being a part of history, and if you haven't been around the state of Nebraska or the state of volleyball, 93.7 The Ticket is the flagship station for the Omaha Supernovas. What that means is we are the one and only, obviously media outlet for them, or one of many, but we are the main ones. And also our own Derek Pearson, along with Coach Renee Saunders, were on the call for the first one last night as they took on the Atlanta Vibe. They fell 3-2, but it was exciting volleyball, in my opinion. And then more importantly, Nebraska represented. But with that being said, being up there and seeing it come to fruition yesterday, doing the show up there, I was certainly impressed. And it was a hit. But I'll ask you, DP, how you feeling the day after, and being a part of history, but then also on your first volleyball call?
It's physically, I feel like I went through the Buffalo Bills linebacker gauntlet, except for I didn't have rib pads on. Right, that they get to put them to pity pats on my ribs.
Right.
I learned a lesson that I forget. Right,
Mm-hmm.
It's the thing you forget, that if you're going to call a game, especially in a big arena, in a big venue, you have to give your voice some respect.
Right.
And doing a dance with almost 12,000 fans, screaming fans.
Right.
These weren't just fans sitting on their hands.
Yep.
These were 12,000 screaming fans. And then it's, oh, by the way, the first time I've done play-by-play in almost 2 years since the last state final I did. I was retired from the game. I thought I was done. And then, of course, it's 5 sets. And then, of course, 4 of the sets or 3 of the sets are 2-point sets.
Yeah.
And then the 5th set, race to 15, several timeouts. Here's the clock. We do old school at 4:00.
Mm-hmm.
Go 4 to 6. From 6 to 7, do the pregame show pre-match show for the Supernovas.
Mm-hmm.
First serve at 7:00. Last serve 10:30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a long day.
Post game, I believe we went straight to the top of the hour. That's a lot of talking, even for me. So this morning, I felt like I had 2 rabbits in my throat fighting for air. Ribs sore. The fatigue of getting our little project, 93.7 The Ticket. Remember the old, fart box down in the middle of town, to be a flagship station for a professional, not only a professional team in a professional arena to get that content out to the world and share it with other stations. The work that's required, people think you flip a button and that's how simple it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
no.
It's way more than that.
It was a lot of stress getting to that. Then you're helping Supernovas in whatever way you can.
Yeah.
Couple of things just to say. One, extremely proud of the Ticket family for stepping up and getting to that. A lot of the conversation in the building was, my goodness, look at the Ticket. To know now that we can do this flagship thing in full. Like we can handle it. We can handle the work. Two, proud of young Rico. And again, I'll keep saying that when people are willing to work beyond their fear.
Sure.
Right. And explain to him that he produced a professional sport broadcast.
Yeah.
He produced a professional sports broadcast that went out to a network.
Yeah.
And went out to a league and went out to the whole volleyball community worldwide.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing, to understand that the little Ticket getting into Omaha and getting this done.
Yeah.
And then showing the rest of the world that Lincoln, Nebraska has it going on. Like we're not the little sisters of the poor. We're not the, we're not the stepkids that no.
Yeah.
No, we're force, we're a factor. Quiet as quiet kept. I've broadcast a lot of pro sports. But doing volleyball at that level, and to be honest, the first 10 points, I was behind the curveball.
Right.
Like I was behind the breaking ball. There was no I was behind the fastball, I was behind the curveball. And with Coach Saunders and Rico, they propped me up and said, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
And the final 4 sets, and specifically the final 3 sets, I had as much fun calling that match as I've had, whether it was Redskins preseason, Panthers, Jazz, NBA, Major League. I had as much fun with the crowd. Look, that phrase is thrown around a lot. Like there's no place like Nebraska. It's thrown around to a point where it almost is devalued, and you want to be careful of it. But you said history again. History continues to get made in Nebraska. And the fan base, which was knowledgeable, right? They know volleyball. They know good volleyball when they see it. They respond accordingly. Down 2-0. They stood up and said, we ain't ready to go home yet. Let's go. Let's get it together. That's not why we came. So across the board, proud of Nebraska, proud of the Supernovas for what they put together. It's going to be an incredible year.
Right.
Look, it was an incredible year. Making history, 11,624. And that's just the recorded. There's more people than that in the building. But to do that, I'll say it again, the entire world, the entire volleyball world turned their eyes once again to the state of Nebraska, specifically to Omaha, Nebraska, and then in true form, Lincoln, Nebraska.
Right.
For the best standard of volleyball and volleyball broadcast and volleyball conversations and volleyball fan base in the world. Nothing that's ever happened like it happened last night in that building. So to everybody involved, for everybody who went, we're going to give away tickets for the February 3rd game. We'll probably give those away the week of. And then there's another game on the 7th. So we'll give away a bunch of tickets to kind of celebrate this thing. But I'm glad 7:00 this morning, I could not have done this show.
Yeah.
I could not have done. I had to go to the old massage and tea and honey and massage and vibrate. Bro, listen, if this show was at 7:00, I'd have called out. All you would have heard is, this is what we're doing. So thank you all. I mean, Jay, thank you for giving us a great walk up, giving us a great lead in. It's always important for Austin for holding it down, for young Josh, for young Harrison, and again for Rico. Shout out to Jen Spiker and Jen Ray, Jeff Ekstrom, the folks from Supernovas, Coach Collier, and that incredible roster. And if you weren't there last night, just go to supernovas.com and get your tickets for February 7th. It's going to be amazing.
Well, there it is, man. It's good. It was it's always good to be a part of history, whether you're starting down here at 1040 O Street and making strides to send shockwaves through Lincoln, or being a part of volleyball history last night, which was live on stage in Omaha. Well, but with that being said, we're going to go to break, come back, and we got a quick segment, then we'll be at the top of the hour. Jay Foreman, DP Austin, Old School. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through January 30th is $2 off Steakhouse Burgers, and buy one Urban Slicer Pizza Works dough, get an Urban Slicer Pizza Works pizza sauce for free. Don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. Attention all Wings fans! 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: fog and freezing fog expected throughout the day. We'll see a high around 36. Tonight, more fog and freezing fog with a low around 30. And tomorrow, more fog sticking around in the morning, then cloudy in the afternoon. We'll see a high around 35. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels, and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go. Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Book your appointment today at nebraskaautodetail.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, we're back. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. Quick segment before we get to the top of the hour. Old School again, the day after. A lot going on, obviously, in the NFL.
Coaches.
Coaches. And speaking of coaches, Doc Rivers is hired once again. Milwaukee Bucks looks like a close to what, 40 million, 5 years at 40 million, close to. The Bucks are now paying 3 coaches, including the last 2 that they've relinquished of their duties. I want to ask you guys, how confident are you in Doc Rivers to do something positive there?
Positive in what context? I mean, Milwaukee's going to win 53, 55, 56 games in the regular season, but I don't know if Doc makes them a title contender.
Yeah.
So he will do positive things for how like 26 other franchises would view it, but given the light in which the Bucks have framed this season,
Well, I mean, you have to define success.
Well, I mean, I don't think they're in the.
They win the East.
Yeah,
they win the East.
Yeah, I think anything below that,
they win the East.
Anything below getting to the finals is
for
a
any
loss.
series. I'm not gonna bet against Giannis and Dame. Those are the 2 guys having the ball. Middleton gives you another force. In the East, I'm not afraid of anybody in the East. So those, if Doc wins the East, it's a successful year.
Yeah.
By most standards. Again, they may have some agreement, right? So yeah. I the positive side is he's not going to do worse against the East. Doc is smart enough to maneuver against 90% of the East.
Yeah. He's not going to lose you some games.
Right. Like he's not going to give one away that he shouldn't give away. And he will keep them calm because everything that they run into, he's already done. He's already been through.
Yeah.
And that's a big part. So yeah, I think if success is defined by making the NFC, winning the Eastern Conference, then yes.
Yeah.
Is it winning the NBA? No, only one team gets to do that, and I'm not sure that they're it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think obviously get into the NBA Finals, which is the same thing you said, winning the Eastern Conference, it would be a great feat for him. I think he has to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. He has to. I love Doc. I've played golf with Doc way back in the day. I'm not a believer. For whatever reason, when he coaches, they can't close out games. So
or series
or game or that's what I mean, series, excuse me.
But, I mean, has he ever? But he's never had Giannis and Dame and Middleton. Like closing games is a little bit easier with those 3 offensive players on your roster.
He's had some good teams.
Giannis, Dame, Middleton. I'll take those 3 offensive players against any 3 that Doc has ever coached.
Yeah, the problem is the defense. I mean,
I'll take those 3.
He's at Joel Embiid.
I'm just trying to think
James
through this
Harden.
because those 2015, 2016, even 2014 Clippers
Yeah,
had some series leads.
Yeah.
Nothing like having Giannis, Dame, Middleton.
Right, but you should still be able to close up 3-1
Yeah.
and up 3-2.
No, it's not easy.
I'm not saying it's easy.
It's not easy to close. It's not. It's the toughest thing in all of sports. To say that.
I think it's more than players with Doc. I think
Doc is Andy Reid before Kansas City.
Doc has won a championship with the big 3.
Doc is Andy Reid before he got
Rondo. Throw Rondo.
He's Andy Reid before he got Patrick Mahomes. Before he got Patrick Mahomes. Like, okay,
I think
you could he had T.O. It's not Giannis, Dame, and Middleton.
Yeah, I hope he does well. I just think, a lot of it comes down to assistants and stuff like that. I think, he's quite frankly, Kendrick Perkins, a out of nowhere torn ACL away from being back-to-back champion. I think they beat the Lakers. They were way better than the Lakers. Kendrick, that's a huge loss. That's your enforcer and all that. I just think after that, it's a little different. Now, I think having a player like Giannis in his prime that can be unstoppable force. But the problem is those Boston Celtics for them. One, Holiday is gone. So their defense will never be the same. That's what really would help Milwaukee. Number 2, Dame can offset that. But not to the point. If Porzingis is healthy, they're in trouble. But I think it all going to come down to matchups and how you get there and injuries.
Don't face Indiana. Indiana threw them over them around them.
Yeah, so we'll see. I think it's going to take a couple weeks and you better assess it. But anyways, good first hour. Supernovas, Doc Rivers. We're going to jump into this NFL stuff. The first segment, we're going to try to figure out where does Michigan go from here. Sharon Moore, Jim Harbaugh's, I don't even know what you call him, little crybaby buddy. Does he get a shot, or do they try to go down to Lawrence, Kansas, get Lance Leopold? So anyways, Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer, is hosting their annual sprayer clinic at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney, Nebraska, January 31st through February 1st. Landmark Sprayer Clinic offers expansive equipment and technology training on John Deere and Hagie sprayers. Learn about the newest technology, machine maintenance, spray tip selection, exact apply sprayers, and more. Free dicamba certification will be available. Join Landmark at their sprayer clinic January 31st and February 1st in Kearney. Find more information at landmarkimp.com/events.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
Joining a gym fashionably late this year? You're right on time. At Planet Fitness, we got you. Because now through January 31st, you can still join for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. And to make it even better, we have free fitness training, equipment for every workout, plus a free in-app crowd meter, and most clubs open 24 hours. Feel good about being fashionably late. It's the last chance to join Planet Fitness for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends January 31st. See Home Club for details.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go.
Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Book your appointment today at nebraskaautodetail.com.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: fog and freezing fog expected throughout the day. We'll see a high around 36. Tonight, more fog and freezing fog with a low around 30. And tomorrow, more fog sticking around in the morning, then cloudy. In the afternoon, we'll see a high around 35. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
5 o'clock hour, Old School, brought to you by the Mercado, Certified Piedmontese, Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill. We are on to the NFL news. It started off slow in the coaching carousel, and then is obviously taken off. The big news yesterday that broke right before the first game for the Omaha Supernovas was Jim Harbaugh, a.k.a. Khakis, had agreed to terms with the Los Angeles Chargers, which he was connected to as early as middle of the season when they relieved their head coach and GM. Has a long history in the city of San Diego. He was the head coach of the University of San Diego, had a tremendous amount of success there, was a player there, very close to the Spanos family while he was the quarterback there. Played pretty decently, and obviously had a really good NFL career. And obviously, coming off a national championship, has chosen to finally take that leap back into the professional ranks, which obviously everybody knew it was time to do so. That was preceded by Brian Callahan being the Titans coach. The Panthers have picked the Tampa Bay Bucks offensive coordinator, Coach Cornelius, which was. Hey, man, you talk about Captain Come Up. My man, you talking about the right place, right time. You need to go play the lottery. And then just now breaking before, probably before On the Block, I think. Right, Austin? I think I told you. Right? It was about noon.
Yeah, with
about
Canales.
Canellis, and then right before on the block, right
before old school,
or right before old
Raheem.
school, Raheem Morris is back in Hotlanta. So that just leaves the former DP's Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks, which has Dan Quinn up there, and the Commanders must be playing coy. And here's the thing about the Commanders.
Hey, perfect guy for the Commanders, Joey Gallo. They can pay him $5 million too.
Leave that man alone. If I'm the Commanders and I'm trying to do this right?
Which is basically Jay is letting you know what they're not going to do, because what he's going to say is logical and makes financial, fiscal, and organizational sense.
Well, they got money.
They are not going to do what Jay is about to suggest, because they do the opposite of that.
And they have the magic man.
No, look.
I go get Bill Belichick. I would say, listen, Coach Belichick, I know Atlanta disrespected you, right? It made you interview twice. No, I have no idea why Bill Belichick had to interview twice. They interviewed 14 different candidates. You don't even have to go to the interview, because you want to get the people of DC butts in the stands and just show this is a whole new deal. Ownership, magic, all that, GM, getting all the behavior stuff that they had going on there. You want to try to get a new stadium upgraded or a new location. That's what you do. If you bring some chump in there, and listen, I guess I'm using chump loosely. If you bring a Canellis or somebody like that, you might as well just shut the doors and just sell the team again. But before we get to that, because DP, we don't have anybody to talk about, I want to ask you about Michigan. Where do they go from here? What do they do? Do they find a short-term solution, or do they try to go and make a splash hire and continue along the process of being a powerhouse?
There's one of my favorite movies is The Time to Kill. Time to Kill with Sandra Bullock, Matthew McConaughey, Samuel L. Jackson. There's a scene in said movie where they put Samuel Jackson's character on trial, and he's talking about people that were involved in the case, and he responds with a line, "I hope they burn." That's what I think about Michigan.
Right.
That's what I think about Michigan. Michigan has told me who they are. I'm not. What are we just supposed to forget? Like, they helped keep Nebraska out of a bowl game, right?
Yeah.
Fair statement.
Yeah.
Helped keep Nebraska in a tailspin, right? Did damage to the Big Ten Conference, and then did damage to college football.
Yeah.
Listen, it's Michigan. I feel the same way about Michigan that I felt like I hope they make a bad choice so that they get humble. And I don't normally wish negative on people.
Right.
But I don't have any respect for Michigan. So Harbaugh built the house with fake money and fake steel.
They had good parts.
Flipped it. Well, he put really nice furniture in it.
He got good parts and stuff.
He put really nice furniture in it, but it was
he just overcharged.
What did it all say? Your throne is, you sit on a throne of lies. Because you did.
Right.
And you didn't change your leadership. You didn't change the people who make decisions. You didn't change the people who put money into the program. You're the same Michigan. So Michigan is going to find the most snakiest of snakes, put him in control so they can keep snaking. That's who they are. So go get you a crying coach, right? Go get you a crying snake, because that's what that is. That dude got on national TV and act like this was the biggest moment in his life, and it was virtuous and good. No, dude, y'all were dirty. Y'all were dirty, and you got caught being dirty twice. You weren't even good at being dirty. You got caught twice. And you're about to get caught more. And you're just going to sit there. And Harbaugh said, I'm out. And we all supposed to forget.
I think they were good. I think I think Michigan was probably waiting for Harbaugh to do this. So it's easier this way, right? Now, I think Michigan is fine where they're at as far as any type of ramifications come, because the Big Ten showed you what they only gave you 3 games. That's over. You can't get double jeopardy. I'm more interested to see who they go get. Do you do the easy thing and promote Moore, right? Because I'm assuming if they don't, Moore is probably going to have a job. Because first of all, he can coach offensive line like no other. His acumen with the offensive line is second to none. So he could go and have a job in San Diego or a job somewhere else. It'd be interesting if they do kind of the transition thing with Moore, which is good for him but bad for him, because essentially he's just a holdover until the NCAA comes, and then whoever the next big time coach, they go get him. Or do they go down and try to shake the college football landscape and they've been connected to Brian Kelly, Lance Leopold, which Kansas isn't on the level of LSU. Do they try to go do that to save faith, recruiting, so forth and so on? It's going to be interesting to see what they do, because they got to make a decision quick. So by come Monday, they better have their top 2 or 3 targets, and whoever goes in there has to be okay with some muddy and rocky waters within a year or two.
You're not going to be able to coach. You're not going to be able to recruit, because they're going to snatch scholarships. That's going to be they're going to snatch scholarships. They're going to take you off TV.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Like I asked you yesterday, I wonder with Jim Harbaugh gone, will that lessen the blow?
I think it will to some degree, but that's why I think it's a win-lose proposition for Sharon Moore. Like, you want the head coaching job at Michigan where you've been for a while, but also with the scholarship reduction, with probably the lack of visibility, with all the talent gone, it's going to be a tall task to replicate that success, especially now if they're onto your cheating game.
You can't win. You can't win.
Right, and that's the thing. Do you want to take a job where the competitor in you says, bump that, I'm going to do the best I can to win here anyways, or would it be a better move for my career to be passed over for this job, to follow Jim Harbaugh to Los Angeles and get a head coaching job later on down the line, let someone else deal with the mess?
I think for him, for a lot of African-American coaches, you have to take this job if they offer you the job. You have to. And it shouldn't be where you say, okay, if you're African-American coach, but this is the way it is. You a lot of times when you get a job as African-American coach, as a head coach, you're the cleanup man. And that's just the way it is. It's unfortunate, but
when does that change, and who changes it?
I don't know when it changes. Who changes it? I mean, now, granted, this isn't every case, but I'm saying in this case here, like a lot of cases, throughout professional football and college football, like a lot of times you'll see an African American coach get the interim coach when he gets fired in the pros, and like Steve Wilkes is a perfect example. He did a great job, right? Now he's got passed over, and what they going in 4 years they're gonna say he's too old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, 4 years ago he probably should have had a job. Talking about right now. And with Sharon Moore, this isn't an idea. Now, first of all, he had to have some knowledge of this, right? Because he was offensive coordinator. So you were in the meetings with whatever his name is. So I think for him, whether, even if he wasn't technically involved in this situation, even though it's not ideal, you're not going to get this type of job with your first go around at a school with Michigan, even with the potential down the road. Because if he is somewhat successful at Michigan and some things are coming down the road, he'll have another job and be able to leave, and then he won't have to sit there and deal with it, right? And so for him, he has to take the job. Now it's going to be interesting to see what Michigan does and get him the job, because I look at it as if he went 3-0, right? He beat Ohio State, your arch rival. First game within hours, Jim Harbaugh got suspended in Penn State on the road. Ugly win. The team obviously rallies likes him, rallies behind him. Do you do right by him? This will tell me. You already know Michigan. Like Michigan can't tell me that you weren't in an advantageous position by, getting the signs. Okay, that's fine. I mean, maybe you did it better than everybody else, but you got caught. Okay, that's fine. You can't tell me that. This will tell me more about Michigan if they hire Sharon Moore or not. This will tell you like the deep what's like in their DNA.
Where was Sharon Moore in this coaching carousel conversation 4 years ago?
Like for head coaching, he just got hired.
So if all of your success is based on advantage. Look, I'm not going to call him the best offensive line coach in college football because I don't know what they did to get there. I don't know what he did to get there. He doesn't have the track before that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know he can coach. I mean, I know talk to pro guys. He's well versed as a coach.
Everybody who coaches in the Big Ten, offensive line coaches can coach. Let's say that.
Yeah.
The advantage between number 1 and number 14 is a digital data advantage.
Yeah.
Like we know, like you weren't the man against Ohio State 5 years ago. So pump the brakes. You can say that he's the easy choice, right? Because he keeps a lot of things moving in place for whatever it is, because he knows what they know, right? And they know what he knows. So it's a marriage made in that other place.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's who you are, Michigan. I don't think he can't go, like he can go take money somewhere else because people will overpay, not realizing that he is coaching from the advantage and not from expertise. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Like go get your money, right? But that happens. We know it happens because we see it all the time with people who look at Carolina. We can go through the last 7 coaches and just go, how could you be wrong all the time? Because the people making the decisions didn't change.
And that's where I think for the president, for Ward Manuel, the AD, I don't know if they want to give the job to Sharon Moore, but I think that's what they're going to do because once those sanctions come down, they can say, he was involved in them.
Yeah.
Here's our way to get rid of him and start over again. You don't have to convince someone to take more money to deal with all the crap that'll pile up. You can get the sanctions handed down. You can get the NCAA to reduce them once Sharon Moore is gone, and then you can bring in your guy in a year or two. But it's a big inflection point for Michigan.
Standard. That's a reactive standard. That's not you having the standard to say, you know what? We're just going to clean house and do right.
I know, but that goes back to your point about the decision makers. They're still the same people in charge, so that's what they're going to do, even if it's not what they should do.
Yeah,
right. I mean, they're going to conduct business the way anybody would do it. I mean, they're not the first school to go, well, get in trouble. Well, they're not going to be the last. They're going to hire. They should hire Sharon Moore for multiple reasons. Number one, I mean, you look at the way he's worked his way up as a coach. I mean, he's not. He started as a GA, tight end coach, offensive line, co-offensive coordinator, but he wasn't calling the plays because the offensive coordinator left and went to the University of Miami before. And then he was OC the last 3 years, and obviously done well. So I think part of it, you have to hire him in the sense of, I guess you got to do right by him. That's why I said it's going to tell me more about Michigan than anything. Now, granted, you could go and flip it all the way to the other and say, okay, we're going to totally clean house. Well, then I don't think Michigan is willing to go through a full makeover. Not right now. Not after a national championship. I don't think they're ready. I don't think they're willing to do that.
Well, look, they're in the side of bank where you want to keep making money. You want to stay in the riches. The riches allow you to recruit better. It allows you to do better business, different kind of business.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is you still haven't admitted to how you got that advantage and got in that place in the first place. So what they will do, I think Austin's dead on, and that they'll take the layup because it allows the people in power to keep snaking. It allows snakes to, we're gonna shed skin That skin back there, we're not that anymore. We're not. We're not that. No, you still snake. You still snake. You didn't grow legs and arms and decide you were going to walk upright. You're still a snake. So do what snakes do, and then everybody else around will recognize and identify. Ohio State recognizes, oh, we dealing with snakes.
Right. But so, I think people already knew. I mean, I get it. I get it. I mean, you're not going to – the president isn't going to fire himself. AD's not going to fire himself. I mean, it's just like Northwestern,
Facts.
you know? So, I mean, it's there's only so many people that can do these jobs, right? It's not so ultimately, their head coach left, right? Won them a national championship. So how much the president, the board of regents, I don't even know if Michigan calls them the board of regents, but just say the decision makers know, the AD knew, whether the lunch man or whoever, heard a conversation and, Michigan had a tumultuous offseason. They had an assistant coach that somehow was breaking in emails. Now, granted, they probably need a culture change. I mean, the dude was at home or something, right? Or then he's in
his server. He's in emails with passwords and changing grades and changing employee level. Like, come on, man. It's like one day Austin's the producer. Next day he's program director, and nobody said anything. Right. Hey, that's weird, Austin. Yeah.
I mean, but it's not like Michigan's the only program that's done some stuff. I mean, that's just the way college football is. That doesn't make it right. That doesn't mean I'm saying that you need to go do it, but they got caught doing it.
Does that make what TCU did even more impressive? The fact that we haven't heard anything about any impropriety from them in their run making it there, or even like Saban's run, as long as he had, like the fact that we haven't heard anything
to this magnitude. And I think the biggest thing with Michigan, they were just so brash with it. I think that's the best. I mean, that's it's kind of like when the Patriots, when the Rams were in a walkthrough and the guy had Patriots paraphernalia and he was just filming it. I think the point with Michigan, they were just, and they were like, hey, let's see if you're going to say anything. Okay, you didn't say anything the first week. Okay, then week led to the season to more seasons. I just think with him, with Sharon Moore, I think it's what do you want to call it, a bridge hire or a package to where you participated in it, so we're going to continue along. And it happens in corporate America all the time. I just think it's one of those things that I don't think Michigan's scared of the NCAA.
Let's go 2 minutes into this. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this for a second. Jay Foreman, you are now in charge of Michigan football,
right?
For whatever that means, at whatever level, you are now in charge. Remember, and I got to say it in air quotes, you're the national champion. Right? You're the national champion. And you have as much, from your own analysis, have as much talent as anybody in college football still on your roster.
What do you mean? Like the team last year?
Yeah. Or with whatever's left, right?
Yeah, they're depleted right now.
Okay. Who do you hire and why? Like who? Yeah.
Well, I'm already in it. We already did it. We robbed a bank. So, if I robbed a bank, yeah, I'm hiring the dude that helped me rob the bank. That's what I'm going to do. I'm hiring Sharon Moore.
Like that was
thieves.
I think he's a good coach. I think sometimes I keep saying this and it kind of just gets glossed over. I think when Jim Harbaugh's back was against the wall and he was desperate to win that job, he got stripped of it. He had to I think he took almost like a 50% pay cut.
Yeah.
Right? Now, granted, COVID and all this other stuff, right? And he had to beat Michigan. I mean, he had to beat Ohio State. I just think I think it probably started something very small doing it. And then I think Connor Stallions went off on his own thing and we were winning. And then it was like turning a blind eye. And the next thing you know, up jumps the cat. Now, at some point in time over those 3 years, you could have put a nix to it, right? And that would have probably ended this tenure with a little less conversation. But in the reality, I would probably hire Sharon Moore for multiple reasons. Number one, I'm going to do something different that I hadn't done before, right? That's obviously hire a coach that doesn't look like none of the ones before. Number two, I believe in him. Now, I do believe you can set a new standard within the program if you're setting it. If I'm I guess, does the president hire him? I mean, I don't know how these guys.
AD makes the call. I assume it like Nebraska's are approved by the Board of Regents.
Okay. Well, if I'm the AD, then okay, I'm assuming the president is in there, right? So if I'm one of the main guys,
you misspelled money. Money
Right.
is
Yeah,
money makes the
yeah.
decision.
Sure. I mean, I guess there's well, if I have the most money,
Yeah.
right? If I'm the guy that has the most money,
Yeah.
I think you could set forth a new path, even though you say if you can recognize those mistakes. You don't necessarily have to do it publicly, but inside, if you do it, then you could, handle your business and move forward as a national champion and continue the powers. Michigan will never be without players. Michigan will never be without being on TV. That ain't happening. It ain't never going to happen. They're never going to go into like SMU and be that ain't happening. It's just not going to happen. So
What he did, I mean, whatever happened to Penn State, Michigan's eligible for. Like you're in this. If you can go get Joe Pa in Penn State, you could put the same rules on Michigan and have a precedent for it.
Yeah, that what that Jerry Sandusky and that stuff. It's totally that's two different. That's
Okay, well,
that's two different things.
I'm just saying from the if you're taking Penn State football as its thing and its value system,
Right.
if you can take that out of the pool and take scholarships from them,
Sure. Oh yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you can do all
take
that.
them from Michigan.
Yeah, you could take them from Michigan, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying that not taking them off TV. That's not going to happen.
Well, I can.
Right.
I want to tie together something. I don't speak for you guys, but I want to throw this out there to you. I'm willing to grant that Sherrod Miller's a good X's and O's coach. I think I agree. But I think to one of DP's overarching points, not just in this conversation, too, being a coach is more than X's and O's,
Right.
right?
He's a
So
good
if he
recruiter,
was
though,
a good coach in full and in total, he doesn't go along with, the
Yeah.
cheating, what's happening. So that's where I think there's
That's
more of
more
a
of a-
disappointment factor for
Yeah.
me is that if he is such a good recruiter and X's and O's guys that I believe he is,
Yeah.
it makes it even more disappointing that he wouldn't, complete the trifecta by being
Here's
good in that final
here's
area.
what I know about Jay in this space. We literally see it every Thursday. Jay will simply say, "I'm not going to drink," even if everybody around him is drinking, and it's okay for him to drink, and all of his peers are drinking. Jay will still say, "That's not my standard. I'm not working from that." Jay won't drink a soda. Okay, guess what? That's a standard. You hold to it, you live to it, and he's not affected by his environment with it. That's leadership.
That's Sherrod's more biggest weakness. I
Right.
think he's a great recruiter. These are undeniable here, right? He's a great recruiter. He's a great offensive line coach. I would even say he's a good offensive coordinator because you got to have some cojones to run the ball 33 times in the second half on the road. That's showing some. That's showing some. You know what? Right there on national TV. Now, where I started to question him when he was crying, so that let me start to look at some a little bit deeper. The ability not to fully participate, and I don't know how much he did. Probably is a leadership thing, but at this point, Michigan's not hiring on leadership; they're hiring on probably a little bit of a pay cut, right? Because you're gonna you would have to pay Brian Kelly $15 million to come in and be able to have to potentially deal, right? So I think it's a little bit of thing, but anyways, good first segment. We're going to go to a break, come back. We're going to dive into these NFL hirings, what they mean, what the possibilities could be. And we're going to also ask at the very end, because Harbaugh takes up everything, did Jim Harbaugh go to the right place? San Diego versus Atlanta. I think it's a good question there. And then also I want to ask DP, would you trade one of the big three in Dallas? Considering the way they lost and the way the family members have acted, because they can get you fired. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin, we'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and Jay on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through January 30th is $2 off steakhouse burgers and buy one Urban Slicer Pizza Works dough, get an Urban Slicer Pizza Works pizza sauce for free. Don't forget their two new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Healing the heart takes heart. Our dedicated team of cardiac experts is here for you with breakthrough treatments for serious conditions and expert advice for living longer with a healthier heart. We bring healing care to our community with over 90 cardiology specialists and subspecialists. and more than 50 locations across Nebraska, southwest Iowa, and northern Kansas. Find out how we heal hearts with heart, starting with yours at chihealth.com/heart.
Junior Achievement at Lincoln inspires and prepares today's young dreamers to be tomorrow's goal breakers, leaders, and things we haven't even imagined yet. Help more kids while having a great time at the JA Bowl-a-thon. Sign your team up and raise money to ensure the educational programs focused on financial literacy, career readiness, and entrepreneurship are always free to thousands of students. The JA Bowl-a-thon is February 16th and 17th at Parkway Lanes and Hollywood Bowl. Register at lincoln.ja.org.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Coppell. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Coppell. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at coppellcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G2076684.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go.
Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Book your appointment today at nebraskaautodetail.com.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: fog and freezing fog expected throughout the day. We'll see a high around 36. Tonight, more fog and freezing fog with a low around 30. And tomorrow, more fog sticking around in the morning, then cloudy in the afternoon. We'll see a high around 35. Meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer, is hosting their annual sprayer clinic at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney, Nebraska, January 31st through February 1st. Landmark Sprayer Clinic offers expansive equipment and technology training on John Deere and Hagie sprayers. Learn about the newest technology, machine maintenance, spray tip selection, exact apply sprayers, and more. Free dicamba certification will be available. Join Landmark at their sprayer clinic January 31st and February 1st in Kearney. Find more information at landmarkimp.com/events.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back. Middle segment, Jay Foreman, DP, Austin, old school, NFL coaching carousel. We talked about Jim Harbaugh going back to San Diego. He had a pretty, I read a statement. And obviously, he felt, when I think it was actually probably good thinking on his part going to Minnesota and realizing probably after Staley lost that game against Jacksonville, I'm sure when he was in Ann Arbor, he's like, yeah, this dude's gone middle of the season. And so look, he went where that's a perfect fit for him. A little bit older team, cap issues, but a really good quarterback to start with, and that's what you need. Then you had Brian Callahan, had his introductory press conference today, coming from the Bengals. Obviously, he's son of Bill Callahan. Be interesting if he brings his dad to be the offensive line coach, because I think that's would be, Bill Callahan, regardless of what he did here, he is a really, really good offensive line coach. And that's what you need when you have a young quarterback in Will Levis. Then you had the one right before lunch today, the offensive coordinator from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who has had, he went to the Pacific and coach. He's been a quarterback coach.
Offensive juggernauts, those Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, well, he was up in Seattle when they were garbage.
Juggernauts. Austin, points everywhere.
9 of them against the Panthers.
Yeah.
In fact.
Yeah, the Panthers defense is good.
9 entire points.
No. So the new definition in Webster's of irony is the Carolina Panthers hiring the Bucs 9-0 offensive coordinator as their new leader.
Well, here's the deal.
Here's
why they hired him. They went on a heater the last 6 or 7 games with the quarterback that Frank Wright and all those guys couldn't get right with.
Frank got done dirty, didn't have enough time, but that's
no. But I mean, with Baker Mayfield turning around, and obviously when you let
Baker scored 9 points in Carolina. They're familiar with Baker producing 9 points in a game.
Right. So they figure if you can get him to score 31 points, then we're going to definitely hire you.
No, but he went against Carolina and scored 9 points.
Yeah, but he's not the player. And sometimes I think every offseason you have a unique firing, I guess. You could say Bill Belichick, obviously parting ways with the Patriots, or when Mike Vrabel was fired from the Tennessee Titans, that was probably a little bit odd, or Pete Carroll stepping down. Then there's always a unique or weird hire, and this is probably fits it. Not that he's not qualified as far as maybe calling plays or anything, but it's been an ascension in the coaching ranks. People forget Byron Leftwich was the offensive coordinator when Tom Brady was there.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady is like, this dude should be a head coach right now. Todd Bowles gets the job. Last year, suspect. This year, by all practical purposes, lame duck. To keep his job this year, he fired Byron Leftwich, promoted this dude, and the one thing that he did well is he pivoted about week 6, got Baker going, got Mike Evans going, got Rashid White going, and kind of with a makeshift offensive line, got the tight end going. And then until the defense could get back healthy and find a way to start making plays, you got to give him a lot of credit. Now, I don't know if I'm Carolina and if I'm Dave Tepper, I fired Frank Wright, 11 games into the season. I fired a coach every year, I think 4 and 3 years. So he's way ahead of the curve. Fired Joe Brady, who was probably one of the better coordinators once he got promoted this year after Dorsey left. I don't know if I hand my rookie quarterback off to this guy just yet, unless he hires a well-traveled veteran offensive coordinator / quarterback coach.
But why not do that and make that your head coach?
Because the decision's already made. So I'm hoping.
Because don't you want your quarterback coach focusing on the quarterback instead? Like, just hire a quarterback coach to be the quarterback coach. Don't give him extra responsibility if his specialty is quarterbacks.
I need to know where David Tepper was when he made this decision.
Well, I think it's a sense of panic, though. I mean, you got to think.
I need to know. I literally need to know. Jay, he wasn't at home. I guarantee you he was not at his house. He was not at the office. He was not at the office. You know where? You know where I imagine he was? Okay,
where?
Never mind. Anyway, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. On what planet?
It doesn't make sense.
On
That's
what
why
planet
I say
is Canales the first choice over Vrabel or Belichick?
He's not the first choice. That's the thing. He's not the first choice. He is the choice because he's not. he didn't get his first choice.
Is he choice over Leftwich?
Leftwich isn't coaching right now.
Really good chance to get him.
Right, but he's not, he's on the lower end of the. I mean,
where was Canales on your? How deep? How many names were on the list before you got to Canales?
A lot,
right?
But you got to think. but here's when you're asking this question, you're not really taking in the situation of the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers are not the Atlanta Falcons. One, the owner Arthur Blank is one of the most influential owners in the NFL and has a good rapport with everybody. Right? Even the coach you fired. So if you're Bill Belichick or Mike Vrabel or just say Pete Carroll, whoever's still out there, when you and let's not forget, all these coaches talk. So Steve Wilkes, well respected, team's about to probably go to the Super Bowl because he's D coordinator out of San Fran. All these coaches talk when they go to the coaches convention. They talk via text or whatever. They talk, they know. Dave Tepper's not able to get a conversation with the guys that you're talking about because those guys are still being compensated, rightfully so, from the teams that let them go, or Bill Belichick departed ways, or Pete Carroll went to whatever. They're not doing it. So he has eliminated those guys off his list from the get-go. Now, what I would say is
I need to send candy cookies to Charlotte, North Carolina. To all of my friends, to all of my dear friends, and they listen. They listen to Old School. I love y'all. My heart pours for you because you understand. Here's the text that I got was WTF.
Sure, but
that's coming up at 6.
Yeah. And there's a reason.
But again, they do not understand the situation that they're in. And the owner ain't going to fire himself. So you just better hope and pray that as he continues to fire coaches in the future, that he hits gold mine on one. The best thing this coach can do is hire the best coordinator possible, and especially the best defensive coordinator possible. Because what you're going to have to do is find a defensive coordinator that can come in and connect with the players and get Brown. I'm sure Brian Burns is going to be traded.
How is Vrabel not the guy in Atlanta? Like, how is there a number that Vrabel could have asked for that said leader of the Falcons didn't want to pay? How is that even possible?
Well, Raheem Morris, right, who is, when he took over as an interim coach, when Dan Quinn got fired, was right down to the 23rd hour to get the job. He's done phenomenal where he's at. So I think it maybe either came down to familiarity, which is great, right? You always talk about, Arthur Blank and owners, wanting to do whatever with people. He's familiar with Raheem Morris. He trusts him. McKay they know more about him than Vrabel.
He doesn't trust Vrabel?
They know this dude. He's been there. He's been there and coached there before.
Jay, you have friends, really good friends, who are smart football people.
Right.
But you wouldn't trust them with your wallet.
Fair
statement?
Yeah, but I think Raheem Morris to do fine.
You wouldn't trust him with the keys to your house.
I think Raheem Morris to do fine. I'm less worried about him than anything.
Do fine. There's and that makes my skin crawl because
he'll do well. I think he'll do well.
You get so there are certain coaches that would talk about they're do fine players, and those do fine players get you fired.
Raheem Morris is going to do fine. But what I mean by fine, he's going to win. I don't know. I'm not worried about me.
The texter says, okay, so he says Falcons are going with Morris, who was 17-31 with the Bucs and 4-7 with the Falcons.
Right.
Those are factual things.
Right.
If you tell me that for all the resources that Atlanta has, Atlanta's a really cool town when the sports teams do well. They just don't do well very often. Like the Braves the Braves didn't even sell out when they were winning consecutive, division titles.
Right.
The Hawks struggle to get people in the building. The Falcons build a superb building and give you all the fan experience you can possibly manage.
Mm-hmm.
You've been, what are you, 0-2 in Super Bowls?
Yeah.
And there's zero reason why you can't recruit. You cannot sign free agents to Atlanta, Georgia. We know that in all the cities of the NFL, Atlanta's always top 5. for a free agent to go, oh yeah, my buck gets my dollar goes really well in Atlanta. I get to live a life.
Right.
You had a choice to go elite.
Right.
And I love Ray Morris as a person. Love him as a coach.
Right.
He cannot do for Atlanta what Vrabel can do for them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's hard to. I mean,
love the guy, but
I mean, Tampa Bay back when he was a head coach. I mean, that's people love pulling up records, but
well, that's the only thing you know. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but
I
mean, you didn't have any salary cap room. Okay. You had no talent, and you either had what's the dude Freeman, the quarterback that played at
Josh Freeman,
and then you brought in Jameis. Like that. And Tom Brady was still winning. Like I'm not saying could he done better. And then when you're interim, I mean, you're essentially just holding the fort down, trying to get the genie in a bottle. I'd like to say, and I hope, right, for Raheem Morris' sake, that being with Sean McVay and obviously getting around in a winning tradition, he's changed some things. It would have been hard for me, I'll admit, to pass up Mike Vrabel, to be the head coach. Number one, he like I'm wondering. I think Vrabel, can fit fine in Atlanta. I think he brings I think he would bring what Atlanta needs, which is stern but enough fairness.
I'm gonna set the table here because I know we need to get out and get a break and come back. But Jay, when we come back, I need to ask you this question because again, if he's on the table, if Vrabel is on the table, don't you, as the owner of the Washington Foreman, fly your helicopter to his front door, and you just John Cusack hold up music on a boombox all nights of the hour to get Mike Vrabel to say, "I would love to coach Washington." All right, I'll get your response to how this plays out. There's 2 spots, 2 coaches. Everything else is an upset. Jay Foreman will tell us from the ownership standpoint, from the palatial kingdom room at Foreman Estates. He's gonna handpick the coaches for Washington when we come back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G2076684.
Joining a gym fashionably late this year? You're right on time. At Planet Fitness, we got you. Because now through January 31st, you can still join for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. And to make it even better, we have free fitness training, equipment for every workout, plus a free in-app crowd meter, and most clubs open 24 hours. Feel good about being fashionably late. It's the last chance to join Planet Fitness for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends January 31st. See Home Club for details.
Introducing The Outlet by Sartor Heyman. The Outlet brings you luxurious Sartor Heyman quality jewelry at unbeatable prices. Shop our expansive inventory of overstocked merchandise and a vast estate collection that just hasn't found its home yet. This is your chance to own stunning designer jewelry at a fraction of the cost. Elevate your style at The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Downtown at 12th and O or online at sartorheyman.com.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer, is hosting their annual sprayer clinic at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney, Nebraska, January 31st through February 1st. Landmark Sprayer Clinic offers expansive equipment and technology training on John Deere and Hagie sprayers. Learn about the newest technology, machine maintenance, spray tip selection, exact apply sprayers, and more. Free dicamba certification will be available. Join Landmark at their sprayer clinic January 31st and February 1st in Kearney. Find more information at landmarkimp.com/events.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through January 30th is $2 off steakhouse burgers and buy one Urban Slicer Pizza Works dough, get an Urban Slicer Pizza Works pizza sauce for free. Don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, fog and freezing fog expected throughout the day. We'll see a high around 36. Tonight, more fog and freezing fog with a low around 30. And tomorrow, more fog sticking around in the morning, then cloudy. In the afternoon, we'll see a high around 35. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
John Henry's would like to remind you, if you haven't already, to unhook your outdoor hoses and check faucets for leaks so your pipes don't freeze. As the official plumber of the Huskers, you know who to call when a plumbing issue arises. From frozen pipes to clogged drains, we can help you protect your home this winter. Give John Henry's a call today to schedule at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go.
Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Book your appointment today at NebraskaAutoDetail.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The time has come, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women, everybody.
Whew.
I am the commander of the commander.
Get him.
Who would I hire? No, I don't want to be Magic Man. Trust me. I like his money.
Y'all be in the booth together. Y'all be in the street.
I'd be hyped though. You know what I'd do if I seen Magic? I'd roll up him like I was one of his boys and see how fast his security would jam me up. But I think now I will tell you, I'm going to answer twice. I'm in two ways. If I'm the Commanders and I want to get into a new stadium and get people hype about it, I'm hiring Bill Belichick or Mike Vrabel, right? More importantly, probably Bill Belichick. He's from the area, Super Bowls. You got to think he's going to bring in, you're going to get the sign off from Joe Gibbs, probably Doug Williams, all the guys, John Riggins, all those guys that are, still, well involved. But I think what Washington's going to do, because of who they hired as the GM from the 49ers, I think they're either going to get the offensive coordinator from Detroit or the offensive coordinator from the Houston Texans. Slowick or Johnson. Johnson from Detroit, Slowick's from the 49ers. Here's why. They have a high enough draft pick to get a quarterback, a franchise potentially quarterback. That's in super soft quotes. Okay. So, and he's already, so either both of them have shown the ability to develop a young quarterback. And then obviously with Jared Goff to make a system for him. Offensively, skill-wise, Washington has everything that you need. Probably need to upgrade the offensive line a little bit. Tight end, running backs, receivers, they got skill position guys. That's why you do it. Because defensively, they've gutted that defense. Now you got to hire a good coordinator. You could do that, and then you could develop through the draft defensively. But to match the GM and head coach, it's going to be very hard for a young GM, right, to go from the 49ers, where they had a young coach, a young, energetic type of atmosphere, to come here and have Bill Belichick or a very authoritative figure like Bill Belichick. Even if Bill Belichick isn't even trying to be like that, letting them do their job, it's still the intimidation factor, because at the end of the day, Bill Belichick is Bill Belichick. Mike Vrabel could get there, but I don't think right now he has to. I could see Mike Vrabel being in the studio too, because he does have a personality. He has that kind of tough guy thing. He can do it. Don't sleep on Mike Vrabel ending up in Seattle. Perfect place for him. But I think they get a young coordinator. That's why they've waited so long. Playoffs, and then if they don't get Johnson, right, then it's Slowick. But I think it's going to be Johnson, or else they would have hired Slowick already. We'll see if I'm right. Do I get a bone? Do I get anything?
You get to keep the job.
Oh, well, that's cool.
It's your job. I
thought I'd get maybe a couple Commanders tickets or something.
Oh, you can have. I get you season tickets for the Wizards.
Oh man! If you haven't heard, the Wizards they fired their coach, Wes Unseld Jr., who I didn't even know was the coach. Wes Unseld is obviously a legendary player. Fired him, moved him upstairs, and brought the third assistant to head coach. If I had never, I thought it was a misprint when I saw it. But God bless the Wizards.
Vanderpool is Vanderpool is sitting on the bench from DC. Your number 2 coach.
Yeah.
From DC, 50 years old, connected. Nope.
And they signed Poole from Golden State, so you know it was over then. So, anyways, good 2 hours again. Thirsty Thursday. Kevin Myers, Autism Family Network, got another week to donate, and then obviously put your name in. Hey, look, sports is always ever moving. Supernovas last night. Good job, DP, Rico, everybody from the ticket. We're going to sign off. WTF is next, a special edition. Jay Foreman, Austin, DP, we're out.